You've probably heard of him. He's the undisputed king of YouTube, a self-made billionaire, and a philanthropist on a scale we have literally never seen before. But the man they call MrBeast is living a paradox, and today we're going to unpack the hidden costs of his crown.
I mean, that's not exactly what you'd expect to hear from someone at the absolute top of their game, is it? This one sentence, this is the key. It's the key to understanding the deep, deep conflict at the heart of the whole MrBeast phenomenon.
Because on the one hand, you have this massive public icon, the #1 YouTuber in the world. And then on the other hand, you have the reality that he describes, feeling miserable, like a zoo animal, and dealing with mental breakdowns. So the big question is, what is really driving the world's biggest creator? And what is the true cost of that drive?
To figure that out, we have to go back, way back. To understand the empire, you have to understand the kid who built it, or as he calls himself, the deranged lunatic who was forged in the fires of his past.
And look, his early years were not a cakewalk. They were shaped by this perfect storm of three things: intense social isolation, the trauma of his family going bankrupt when he was just 11, and then a life-altering medical diagnosis. These weren't just bumps in the road. They were the ingredients that created his obsession.
And you can just see how it all took root on this timeline. At 11, the bankruptcy gives him a mission: use YouTube to provide for his mom. Then at 15, getting Crohn's disease slams every other door shut, forcing him to go all in on that mission. And by the time he's 20, get this, he's on 18-hour Skype calls, just deconstructing viral videos with an almost inhuman focus.
But that kind of laser focus, it comes at a price, you know? He was a total outcast. He remembers being called a freak just because YouTube was the only thing he wanted to talk about. Eventually, he just stopped trying to talk to people because he felt like nobody got it. Nobody was in his world.
And we really need to talk about his illness for a second, because Crohn's disease isn't just a footnote in a story, it's a central plot point. It's an incredibly painful condition that he says is like living life on hard mode. It completely crushed his dream of playing baseball and basically cemented YouTube as the only path he had left.
So, with all that struggle, how on earth did he turn it into a billion-dollar empire? Well, it all comes down to what he calls his superpower. And he says it himself. It's not about being charming or getting lucky. His superpower is his ability to obsess. It's an almost terrifying capacity to just focus on a problem longer and harder than anyone else on the planet is willing to.
Now, all that obsession has to go somewhere, and for him, it's guided by this simple but brilliant idea he calls the purple cow theory. The idea is this: don't make content that people might watch. Make something so weird, so unique, so unbelievable that people feel like they have to watch it and then tell everyone they know about it. You have to create the purple cow.
So this isn't just random energy. He's turned it into a repeatable formula. Step 1, find that purple cow idea. Step 2, obsess over it for 16+ hours a day. And step 3, and this is crucial, take every single dollar you make and pour it right back into making the next video even bigger. It's this insane, relentless loop that just keeps feeding itself.
And if you want a perfect story that shows this mindset in action, get this. His mom was so worried about his risk-taking that she secretly saved $5,000 for him as a safety net. When he found out, his first thought wasn't, "Oh, thank God, a cushion." It was, "Perfect, now I can spend more."
Okay, but this relentless drive, this whole empire, it doesn't come for free. It comes at a staggering cost. So let's talk about the actual price he pays for wearing that crown.
First up is the psychological toll. I mean, just try to wrap your head around this for a second. He estimates he's read over 5,000 messages and comments telling him to take his own life. The sheer scale of that negativity it's just unimaginable for most of us. Then you've got the financial risk. See, for him, the goal isn't profit, it's perfection. He personally lost tens of millions of his own dollars on the first season of his show, Beast Games, all because he wanted to make sure it was the absolute best product it could possibly be.
And this quote right here, it just ties everything together. He is directly connecting his success to his willingness to sacrifice his own well-being. He's basically saying there's a reason no one makes videos like him. It's because no one wants to live the life that it takes. And in the brutal world of YouTube, that willingness to endure, that has become his ultimate competitive advantage.
And maybe the most bizarre cost of all is what he calls the philanthropy paradox. Get this. He says he gets way more backlash and criticism for his charitable videos, like curing blindness or building wells in Africa, than he does for videos where he's just giving away Lamborghinis. It's completely backwards. Doing good, ironically, has made him an even bigger target.
But all of this pressure, this immense platform, he's now starting to channel it into a completely new mission. One that goes way beyond just getting views, and actually aims to change things in the real world.
And it all starts with this number right here, 1.5 million. That is the estimated number of children in child labor on cocoa farms just in West Africa. And when Jimmy learned this, it lit a whole new fire under him. It became his new obsession.
So what does he do? He launches a chocolate company, Feastables. But it has a very clear three-step mission. First, build a profitable company that sources its chocolate ethically. Second, prove to the entire industry that this is actually possible to do at a massive scale. And third, use his gigantic platform to force the whole industry to change.
So you see, at the end of the day, this is so much bigger than just selling chocolate bars. He's leveraging his entire empire, the views, the fame, the money, all of it, to tackle a problem he finds completely unacceptable. His ultimate goal? To get over 1 million kids out of child labor.
Which brings us right back to where we started, to this central paradox. For MrBeast, this all-consuming obsession built a global empire and is now fueling a world-changing mission. But it's also cost him his happiness and his peace of mind. So I'll leave you with this question. For people like him, is that kind of relentless obsession a superpower or is it a curse?